Imagine a woman, an ordinary woman, seeking love and passion in a world that often left her cold and wanting. This was Cassandra Nova, or as she was simply known then, Cassie. She navigated her way through the humdrum of everyday life, forever yearning for a connection that seemed just out of her grasp. Disappointment was her constant companion, as the love she sought remained elusive. The world around her seemed to lack the depth and intensity she craved, leaving her feeling out of place, like a raven among doves. Men were mere shadows, pale and lacking the passion she desired. Women, on the other hand, held a certain allure, but even they couldn't quench her thirst for a love that transcended the ordinary. Little did she know, nestled in her heart, was a longing that was about to summon the extraordinary. Little did she know, her life was about to change forever. In the heart of a forbidden forest, an ancient entity noticed her unfulfilled desires. This entity, a force older than time itself, was not of this world. It was woven into the darkest corners of the universe, feeding off the desires of the heart and the longing of the soul. It was here, in the depth of the forest, that this enigmatic force met Cassandra, a woman with a yearning for love and passion that echoed in the silence of the night. The entity saw in Cassandra a vessel, a conduit for its power. It sensed her unquenchable thirst for a connection that transcended the mundane and the ordinary. Intrigued by her longing, the entity decided to bestow upon her a gift, a charm that would make her irresistible to others. As the ancient force reached out to Cassandra, she felt a shiver run down her spine. A darkness enveloped her, whispering promises of love, passion, and power. She felt a surge of energy coursing through her veins, transforming her from within. Her eyes gleamed with a newfound charm, her aura radiating an enticing allure. With this dark charm, Cassandra found herself wielding a power she had never known. She could ensnare hearts with a mere glance, weave dreams with a gentle touch. Her allure was not just physical, but an ethereal force that captivated the minds and souls of those she encountered. But this power came with a price. The entity demanded a toll for every heart that Cassandra ensnared. Those who dared to break these hearts would face a fate far worse than heartbreak. This dark force transformed Cassandra, turning her into an embodiment of fatal attraction, a lover whose touch could bring both ecstasy and doom. Cassandra's transformation was complete. She was no longer the ordinary woman who roamed the world in search of connection. She was now a figure of intrigue, a woman with an otherworldly charm that transcended the boundaries of mortal attraction. With her newfound charm, Cassandra was no longer an ordinary woman. Men became pale shadows, while women became the object of her intense affection. As Cassandra Nova's perspective on relationships began to shift, she found herself drawn to the power of attraction. This was not just any attraction, but a potent allure that transcended the mundane and reached into the ethereal realms of dreams and desires. Harnessing her newfound abilities required a certain finesse. Cassandra found that her power was not merely to draw women to her, but to weave intricate fantasies that left them utterly ensnared. Like a skilled puppeteer, she tugged at the heartstrings of those she encountered, painting vivid dreams and fostering intense desires that were impossible to resist. But her allure was not simply a tool for manipulation. No, Cassandra sought a connection, a depth of feeling that was often lacking in the world around her. She yearned for the kind of love that could shake the very foundations of one's being, and with her newfound powers, she was able to offer this to the women she favored. In the world of the ordinary, where love often fades and passion dwindles, Cassandra was a beacon of intense emotion. Her presence was like a flame, drawing moths to its irresistible warmth. Women were drawn to her, their hearts fluttered, eager for the sweet embrace of a love that would consume them. Yet there was a certain duality to Cassandra's powers. On one hand, she offered an experience of love that was so intense, so profound, that it could leave one breathless. But on the other, she held the power to ensnare, to trap within a dreamlike state that seemed to stretch on into eternity. And so, as Cassandra navigated her way through the complex labyrinth of love and desire, she began to understand the true extent of her powers. She had become a master of attraction, able to bewitch with a mere glance, to ensnare with a single touch.
But with great power came a dark twist. For as much as Cassandra could offer love and passion, she also had the power to inflict pain and heartbreak. Those who underestimated her found themselves facing a haunting consequence, a reminder of the potent forces that lay beneath her captivating exterior.
Those who dared to mistreat the women she favored found themselves facing a fatal consequence. Cassandra's powers were not without a price. The dark force that had gifted her with such otherworldly allure demanded something in return. It was a toll, a recompense for every heart that was broken under the spell of her enchantment. Each time a woman was scorned, each time a promise was broken, the entity would extract its due. For those men who dared to trifle with the hearts of the women she adored, the punishment was swift and severe. These men, these toxic individuals who thought they could play with emotions and walk away unscathed, were turned into victims. They were consumed by the same dark force that had empowered Cassandra. Her allure was not just a captivating charm, it was a harbinger of doom for those who underestimated her. Cassandra Nova, once an ordinary woman, had become an unforgettable symbol of dark, romantic allure. Cassandra Nova, a name that echoes within the realms of goth subculture and in the heart of the LGBTQ+ community. The mere mention of her name evokes images of dark romance and fatal attraction. With an allure that transcends mortal attraction, Cassie has a knack for winning the hearts of women, from the dewy-eyed 18-year-olds to the seasoned women in their late 40s, all succumb to the irresistible charm of this enigmatic figure. Yet her allure is not without its perils. Men, in their obliviousness and inexperience, who dare to cross her path without appreciating the depths of her powers, are advised to tread with caution. For Cassie is not merely a heartbreaker, she is a force to be reckoned with. Her tale is one of love, desire, and the haunting consequences that befall those who dare to underestimate the supernatural forces at play in her captivating and deadly presence.